He wrote, "Please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful." It's odd that he said stay peaceful, given the fact that this crowd is not peaceful. So there's no way that they could stay peaceful. They have already stormed the Capitol.
Angel here with unBasic Black. I am coming to you today talking about the travesty that we have all been watching play out over the news regarding the assault on Capitol Hill. Words cannot express how deeply saddened and disappointed we all are in these individuals. It's one thing to say that you want to protest an injustice, because that is your right. You have a right to go out and peacefully protest. As we saw over the summer of last year and all throughout, with the Black Lives Matter protests, with the, individuals not wanting to wear face masks, you have a right to go out and peacefully protest. What we witnessed play out over the news over the last 24 hours is not peaceful protest. It's not even protest. It is anarchy. It is disgusting, and it should not be tolerated. All those individuals caught on video with their faces exposed should all be arrested. They should be held accountable for their actions, and they should not be allowed to get away with doing something so profoundly disgusting and harmful and toxic to our country. Donald Trump instigated this whole thing from the beginning, which we already know. He instigated from the beginning, telling individuals to fight, to not give up. 30 minutes after he said those exact words, all of these individuals left his rally in front of the White House and stormed Capitol Hill. And does he come on and say, "That's not what I meant"? No, he doesn't do that. Instead, he emboldens them even more. Thank you for your fight. Thank you. You're good people. We love you. We care about you. The election was stolen from us. I'm angry too. Oh, and by the way, don't be violent. No, he should have condemned it outright. But you know why, as well as we all do, we know why he didn't condemn it outright. It's because this is what he wants. I talk to May all the time about, when I see these wars and different things like that. And I always think to myself, if you have your way and get what you want and the entire world is destroyed, do you just want to be king of the rubble? You want to sit on top of a mountain of destruction and say, well, I won? That's not living.
Every day I pray for the protesters who are out there trying to make the world a better place, who are on the side of social justice and climate reform, and just trying to make sure that our children's children have something, that they're not afraid of being arrested for the color of their skin, their social standing, their gender identity, their sexual orientation, or any of that stuff. That there are animals who still exist, that we can breathe. Those are the guys that I pray for. And I was praying just a moment ago, and I'm like, not those protesters. Not these people who want to take down our country because they feel like they're not free. Knowing that, how can you say that you don't feel free when you stormed the Capitol building? What is wrong? What is wrong with this country?
And what we witnessed over the last 24 hours is not democracy. It's not justice. It's not even voicing yourself because you weren't screaming anything. You were just destroying property. You were destroying history. You were destroying America. I'm just so ashamed of those individuals. And it's very hard to know where to be. You know, it's kind of hard to know where to be. I've watched several news outlets from across the world, from the UK to Australia to, Japan, Korea, and to see these images played out is like watching your family played out on like a reality show or something. You're like, is that us? Is that what we look like? And I'm sitting there watching the news, the BBC, and I'm saying, is that what we look like to the rest of the world? Is this us now? But I want to tell you something. It's not us. This is not us. This is them. Individuals who want to destroy rather than build up. And we will not let them win because democracy has already spoken. Whether you voted for Joe Biden or not, democracy has already spoken. He was elected by the people. He was elected by the Electoral College. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. So rather than trying to destroy what generations of Americans helped build, some more than others, rather than destroy that, why don't you work with these lawmakers and help change what you think is broken?
He stirred them up. He got this whole thing going. This is as close to a coup attempt as this country has ever seen. That's what you're looking at, folks. That is what you're looking at. And it's absolutely ridiculous.
But we have destroyed a part of ourselves today. We've destroyed a part of ourselves today. And it's going to take some time, but I know it can happen. But we're going to have to rebuild. We're going to have to start again on the principles that we were founded on, and that all men are created equal. Now, our country hasn't always demonstrated that. That is a fact, and we know it. And not to, lessen that struggle, because it's a struggle that we as African Americans live through on a day-to-day basis. So that's a struggle that never goes away. But as a whole, as an America, as a people who believe in democracy and the democratic process, we have to do better. We have to get better. We've been through so much that we don't deserve this. We deserve so much better than this. Now, President-elect or President Joe Biden will be in office officially in about 2 weeks, and he has got his work cut out for him. Now, I know a friend of mine once said, well, instead of putting down the president, why don't you try, and she was referring to Donald Trump, why don't you try to pray for the president? I will put that back out there to you all. Rather than tear Joe Biden down because he doesn't necessarily believe in what you believe, why not try praying for the job that he has ahead of him? Why not try praying for America? Because we are great. We don't have to be made great because we already are. And we need to demonstrate that to the world. All right. I don't know what else to say about that. One small thing I think a lot of people have also been talking about is the contrast between the coverage that was given to the Black Lives Matter protests during the in the wake of the George Floyd murder, Breonna Taylor's murder, and Ahmaud Arbery's murder, and many more after that, and all the police brutality and senseless killings that we have seen. The difference between peaceful protesters standing across the street from the White House, tear gassed, beaten, kidnapped, maimed practically, compared to what we've seen in the last 24 hours. I was in utter shock watching these individuals breach security and enter the Capitol. It's outrageous and it needs to be dealt with. But again, I want to end on a positive note to say that we know that this is not our America. Our America is freedom, liberty, justice for all. That's our America, and we are that. And we will show you and the rest of the world how great we can be. We're all in this together. You guys stay positive. We love you. We pray for you. And all of you frontline workers fighting the pandemic, all of you individuals out there in the fight for justice, freedom, and democracy, our troops, our service members, everybody. Please be safe out there. We love you, we support you, and we thank you for your service. God bless you. God bless America.